Hello students, welcome to the video class for the subject switchgear and protective devices. This is for 6th semester diploma electrical engineering students. So today our topic is the sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker and vacuum circuit breaker. So under these two types of circuit breaker we will discuss about its construction, working principle under normal condition and abnormal condition, its advantages, disadvantages, applications, etc. So let's continue with this. So in sulfur hexafluoride circuit breaker, what you find out that here the medium, the arc quenching medium is the sulfur hexafluoride gas. Okay. So already I told you that the classification of circuit breaker is on the basis of arc quenching medium. So this is another type of classification. Here the arc quenching medium is sulfur hexafluoride gas. So the sulfur hexafluoride gas is an electronegative gas. Okay, and has strong tendency to absorb free electron. Okay, so the contacts of the breaker are opened in high pressure flow of SF6 gas and an arc is struck between them. The conducting free electrons in the arc are rapidly captured by the gas to form relatively immobile negative ions. This loss of conducting electron in the arc quickly build up enough insulation strength to extinguish the arc. So the SF6 circuit breaker have been found to be very effective for higher power and high voltage service. So see, this is the construction diagram of the SF6 circuit breaker. See, this is the this is your fixed member. Okay, this is the fixed member, this is the moving member, this is a like kind of a hollow structure. There is a gas outlet over here. So when these two are connected with each other, contact with each other, this is the SF6 gas flow area. So from this is the SF6 gas inlet. That means when the moving member is separated from the fixed member, this is the arcing horn. Okay, the when the moving member is separated from fixed member, there is formation of arc over here. So at this is the arc chamber. So with the opening of this contact, there is a flow of SF6 gas. So this SF6 gas, what it does, it absorbs all the ionized particle. Okay, and convert it into the immobile negative ion. So when all the ionized particle is removed with the immobile negative ion, then there is the buildup of dielectric strength in this medium, and by achieving the high dielectric strength in this medium, then the arc is extinguished automatically. Okay, so and this is the insulated rod for operating moving member. To move this moving member back and forward direction, this is the insulated rod for operating this moving member movement. Okay, so what happens, see here its construction. So it consists of a fixed and moving contact enclosed in a chamber called arc interruption chamber. Already I shown you. Containing SF6 gas. So this chamber is connected to a SF6 gas reservoir. When the contact of the breaker are opened, the valve mechanism permits a high pressure SF6 gas from the reservoir to flow towards the arc interruption. Already I told you, this is the fixed member, this part is the fixed member, this is the moving member, this is the SF6. Here the SF6 gas is coming from the SF6 container, okay, or reservoir. This is the SF6 gas flow through this contact like this, and this is the arc chamber area. Okay, so when the contact of the breaker are opened, the valve mechanism permits a high pressure SF6 gas from the reservoir to flow towards the arc interruption chamber. The fixed contact is a hollow cylindrical current carrying contact fitted with an arc horn, and the moving contact is also a hollow cylinder with rectangular hole in the side to permit the SF6 gas to let out through these holes after flowing along and across the arc. So the tips of the fixed contact, moving contact and arcing horn are coated with copper tungsten arc resistance material. So this is the tip. Okay, this is the tip. These are the tip of the, this is the tip of the fixed member, this is the tip of the moving member. So see, these are the coating over the fixed member, over the arcing horn, over the moving member. Okay, so there is a coating of copper tungsten arc material, resistance material. So since SF6 gas is costly, it is reconditioned and reclaimed by suitable auxiliary system after each operation of the breaker. So next we discuss about how it operate in normal condition and in abnormal condition, that means in fault condition. So in closed position, that is the normal condition. In closed position of the breaker, the contact remains surrounded by SF6 gas at a pressure of about 2.8 kg per cm square. So when the breaker operates, that means when fault occurs, the breaker operates, that means the moving contact separated from the fixed contact. Okay, so the moving contact is pulled apart and arc is struck between the contact. So the movement of the moving contact is synchronized with the opening of the valve, okay, which permits SF6 gas at 14 kg per cm square pressure. Okay, initially there is a pressure of 2.8 kg per cm square, but the moment the moving contact is separated from the or opened from the fixed contact, at that moment synchronizingly the SF6 gas is allowed to flow from the reservoir, okay, by opening the valve. Okay, synchronizingly, these two operations are done synchronizingly. Okay, so the movement of the moving contact is synchronized with the opening of the valve, which permits SF6 gas at 14 kg per cm square pressure from the reservoir to the arc interruption chamber. So the high pressure flow of SF6 rapidly absorbs free electrons in the arc path to form immobile negative ions, which are ineffective as a charge carrier. So the result is that the medium between the contact quickly build up high dielectric strength. Obviously, when there is no mobile ions, there is no charging ions, then there will be no arc. Okay, if there is no ionized particle, then there is the, obviously there is no formation, again there is no maintenance or continuation of the arc. Okay, so the result is that medium between the contact build up high dielectric strength and cause the extinction of the arc. After the breaker operation, after each arc extinction, the valve is closed, okay, by the action of a set of springs. Okay, so this is the operation of the SF6 circuit breaker. Then what are the advantages? So see, due to the superior arc quenching property of SF6 gas, the SF6 circuit breaker has many advantages over oil and oil or air circuit breaker. Okay, that is that due to the superior arc quenching property of SF6, such circuit breaker have very short arcing time. Okay, short arcing time means what? That if one circuit breaker is operate very quickly, then obviously its arcing time is very short. So in SF6 circuit breaker, see, this operate very quickly. So and SF6 has SF6 has superior arc quenching property, so obviously it has very short arcing time. Then the next one is the dielectric strength of SF6 gas is 2 to 3 times that of the air. Okay, such breakers can interrupt much larger current. Okay, because its dielectric strength of the SF6 gas is 2 to 3 times that of the air. That means it has much larger current. Okay, so such breaker can interrupt very large amount of current rating. The SF6 circuit breaker gives noiseless operation due to its closed gas circuit and no exhaust to atmosphere, unlike the air blast circuit breaker. So these are the advantages of SF6, and many more are there also. The closed gas enclosure keeps the interior dry so that there is no moisture problem. There is no risk of fire as SF6 gas is non-inflammable. There are no carbon deposits so that tracking and insulation problem are eliminated. SF6 breaker have low maintenance cost, light foundation requirement, minimum auxiliary equipment. Okay, so SF6 breaker are totally enclosed and sealed from atmosphere. So they are particularly suitable where explosion hazard exists, like coal mines. Okay, and there is two disadvantages of this SF6 circuit breaker. What are those? It is very costly due to the high cost of SF6, and since SF6 gas has to be reconditioned after every operation of the breaker, additional equipment is required for this purpose. Okay, so its application is our SF6 circuit breaker consists of interrupter units each capable of dealing with current up to 60 kiloampere and voltage in range of 50 to 80 kilovolt. So the number of units are connected in series according to the system voltage. SF6 circuit breaker have been developed for the voltages of 115 kilovolt to 230 kV. Okay, and the power rating of 10 MVA to 20 MVA and interrupting time less than 3 cycle. Okay, these are the applications. So this is used for 115 to 230 kilovolt voltage range and power rating from 10 MVA to 20 MVA. Okay, so this is all about your SF6 circuit breaker. So in the next video session we will discuss about the vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, so thank you all.